What's going on, everyone? It is Hunt Platinum here. Currently a little bit under the weather, but that's alright. Ooh, excuse me, speaking of. Anyway, I am super excited to bring you this video here. This honestly was a absolute treat of a game to play. I was genuinely not expecting to have as much fun as I did playing this. Growing up, I wasn't really too much of a gamer. I was mainly outside, so there was a lot of classics that I've been I unfortunately kind of slept on. I had no idea about. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't that much of a gamer. So coming into these now and playing them all these years later, I really did miss out on a lot of cool video games, but I'm very happy that I've experienced them now. Like I said, Sly Cooper, the Thievius Raccoonus, one of the most fun games I've had platinuming in a very long time. It's really cool the way they go about this. The intro is actually playable. That's what I was capturing here. So I had also a little bit of a preamble. But anyhow, this is the Platinum Guide to Sly Cooper. I want to give some tips and tricks before we actually start popping some of these trophies here. As you've seen there, I opened the first vault. That is going to be a very much recurring theme throughout the course of this video, as there are several different, they call them episodes, I believe, if I remember correctly, which is really awesome. Each episode has several different levels to play in. Majority of them have those types of vaults, and some of the trophies require you to get all the vaults in a episode, basically. Early introduction here to Miss Fox. She will be chasing us all throughout the game. Sly Cooper, our boy here, has got a little bit of a crush for her.
You think this pistol packs a
Give you all a
paralyzing
moment to
punch?
read.
You ought to try it. Might
Catch
snap you out
yourselves
of your
up if
prime
you don't know
spirit.
what's going on here.
Plenty of time for that once you're safely behind bars.
Love to stick around and chat.
I actually did not realize how long this was. Anyway, screw that. Oh, as I say that, cool. So this is going to be another little cool mechanic. You have to run away from Miss Fox here a bunch of times throughout the game. They're always really fun. The cool thing is this game is very forgiving. So it's not like you're going to be going down or dying a lot, losing lives left and right. Very easy platformer, honestly. There are some times where you're going to get tricked up and whatnot. Here we go, we're finally escaping to the vehicle. Go back to our hideout. This is where we're going to meet our crew. There it goes, loading.
Once again,
there we go, Sly Cooper, Murray, and Bentley. These are our boys. They're going to be helping us recover the pages of the Thievius Raccoonus, which is the whole premise of the game. You're playing as Sly Cooper. His family lineage is amazing lines of thieves that have done incredible thievery. You can tell it's still all unscripted. It seems like you guys really like the unscripted a lot more than the scripted. That's why I'm kind of just freeballing these lately. But he, obviously, Sly Cooper, fell in love with the idea of thieving. He got into it himself, and as he grew up, some of his family's enemies came and stole the Thievius Raccoonus, splitting the book into several different pieces and scattering them throughout the world. So it's up to you, Bentley, and Murray to band together and get these pages back. See, there you go. There's Slice. There you go. And that was just unnecessary claw mark, you know. But that's the giant middle finger from our final boss there.
I was dumped at the town orphanage.
But yeah,
There I met two guys who became my
poor little Sly got
buddies
to
and
witness
trusted
all of
crew.
that.
Bentley,
And yeah, they've been
techno-genius
lifelong
and
friends,
strategist
Murray,
supreme.
Bentley, and Sly
Murray,
Cooper. It's
part-time
really
driver
cool. I
and
really
full-time
enjoy the way they built
Together
that
we
world
pledged to
together
track
with
down
them
the
all in
Fiendish
it.
Five, avenge my father, and steal back the Thievius Raccoonus.
We're coming up here, I
I knew I
think.
was
Yep, we're about to
face
start
the
popping these
toughest test
trophies.
of my life.
So there's going to be a lot of
On this
recurring
mission,
themes.
I would either become a master
Honestly, like I said,
thief
it's very
like my
forgiving.
ancestors before me,
It's
or
awesome
fail to allow
platformer.
family
You're not really going to have to worry all too much. I would personally give the difficulty rating probably like a 2. But it will take you about like a work week to get all the trophies. So let's get right into it. Speaking of, this is get a clue. This is from finding the very first 5 bottles here. So there you go. They're called clues. They are going to be used to be opening. They're going to be used to open the vaults. Each level will have a different amount of clues that you're going to have to get and find in order to have Bentley crack the code for each and every one of the vaults here in the game. Here, you just wanted to show you some of the little combat. Everybody is, except for you, is one hit, which makes it great. So you just got to get up close and bop them, and you can go right on through. See here, I'm all types of turn. I don't know what to do. When you see those things, those are lives. I suggest always coming back to pick them up whenever you see them. That one there that you see me just pick up will be there each and every time you beat a level, or I think just refresh the Tides of Terror, which is the one we're on. I'm just kind of exploring around, showing you all. There is some more to the level behind that Electric Gate, but we can't get past it right now, so let's continue on. Here we go, we got some, I don't think this is actually another trophy. Yeah, it's another trophy, but I want to show you, there is some sneaky parts, like up here where the clues can hide. So you will have to honestly look around and kind of, if you've played Assassin's Creed, think of it like using your eagle vision. I think it's been so long since I played Assassin's Creed, I don't even know why I went to that as my reference. But yeah, just make sure you're kind of always looking around. They're going to be hidden in all sorts of weird places. Like here, for instance, this level is, I only need 20 clues. I have 18 out of the 20. I'm looking around like, okay, where do I go? Where's the other clues? Do I go the wrong way? And there you go. I didn't even mean to find them. I just got lucky. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, there you go. So that, I think this is the first or second. I wish I kind of kept track of these little beggars so I can help, but that's on me. So here's the very first speed run of the game. As you can see there, I tripped the first alarm, then the lasers came out, and then I tripped it again, which caused me to get fried. So that's what I kind of mean by it's forgiving. Even though I activate it, this part's a pain. These runs are very much a pain in the ass. You have to only get 10 of them, thankfully, and there are plenty of easy ones to get. I'm not gonna lie. The first one here I did, I for whatever reason chose one of the hardest ones, in my opinion, and I was just starting the game too. Like I had genuinely no business doing this. I was just kind of curious, and I was like, yeah, you know, why not? This might be fun. It wasn't. You can tell by how long I'm paused here. I'm like, how in the hell am I supposed to do this? I actually ended up pulling up a whole nother guide on YouTube to try and help get through these. There are shortcuts in some of them, and you can see here, I was like, okay, I don't even need to waste my time going up the pole. That's what I was trying to do there. And so you gotta shave off like as many seconds as you can, but also being careful about your environment. As you see there, I keep falling into the water. And early on in the game, water will drown you. You do eventually get the skill to survive falling into the water. And you also don't want to trip any of the alarms as much as possible, because as you see, they rapidly deteriorate the time that you get for these speed runs. So not only do you have to be fast, sneaky, you also have to be like completely careful about where you're going. Those lasers that you see flying around there, they'll trip and make them go off. Dude, I was so pissed when that happened. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me! There too, I was like, come on, just work with me, man! And look at that, half a second left. I was fucking excited. I was, and you know, honestly, it felt really good to get these. But yeah, you gotta be careful, you gotta be quick. My other best advice is try your best to avoid as much conflict as possible. the more time you spend standing around, the less time you're gonna have when you really do need it, and that's really at like the last extension parts where you see like the end in sight. That's when you really need the most of your time, in my opinion. To try to avoid as much slowdowns as possible. So speaking of back to trophies here, plunder treasures. This is for getting all of the vaults here within the Tide of Terror mission. Excuse me. So whatever. Oh, stopping the storm. This is for completing all the jobs in Tides of Terror. So each level has a certain amount of jobs. They all are kind of necessary for the game completion, ultimately. So here we got me beating the first with a Croaking Crook. Yeah, Croaking Crook. This one was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. These boss fights are all really unique. So that was for defeating the first one. Look how below here we got dropped 5 cars in straight to the top. I was just kind of doing that for fun. I accidentally got it. So here we go. No more breaches for beaches for slide. Excuse me. Discover the water safety technique. That's what I was just referring to a second ago with being in water and whatnot. So you actually get that pretty early on, which is nice. The perfect date. Complete 2 to tango without taking damage or falling. That was pretty cool. I did that the first try. I didn't even mean to. Was that honestly not that hard? Don't feel that like if you need a second. Size hot streak. This is for opening all the vaults in Sunset Snake Eyes. That's the second mission or episode. Excuse me. Here we go. We're going right on to another. Bringing down the house. Complete all jobs in Sunset Snake Eyes. I need to drink something. Excuse me. The next one coming up is going to be for defeating the second boss mugshot. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. I'll drink it sometime before that. Clip that. Okay. Sorry about that. So you gotta flip all those signs, the things around before he shoots them. Ooh, excuse me. Slightly nimble, be safe, be quick, or slightly quick, excuse me. Jump over all candles during the chase and layer the beast. That one, it's kind of difficult the first couple times, I'm not gonna lie. I think I need to do like 2 or 3 times. Share what's mine. This is fun. Not really. This is, by fun, I mean completely aggravating. You have to get 3 enemies with a single mine. I just so happen to do it in a really stupid area. There's going to be plenty of times later on in the game where you're going to have plenty of opportunity to get multiple, like 3+ with a single mine. In fact, I think it's the 3rd mission, the Voodoo. Right? I think the 3rd one is the Voodoo Swamp. There's going to be ghosts in one of the levels, and especially like toward the end, you're going to get bombarded by like 4, 5, 6 at a time. So you can actually do 2 trophies there. One is for getting the one I just showed you, excuse me, where you get the share what's mine for the 3-in-1, and then if you get another like 5 or 6 of them, you can swipe them all at once and get that one. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, this one is such a pain in the ass. You can see how much because you have to. This is for I'm trying to. What the hell is this? Slightly pacifist. That's what we're trying to go for here. This is complete descent into danger without defeating any enemies or destroying or. Oh my god! Yeah, destroying any alarms. This was such a right pain in the ass. This, honestly, probably one of the hardest trophies in the game because of that guy. So you have to destroy that candle in order to get the vine skate ramp thing to come out. But he's just in the way. You have to like jump around him, and I was like, okay, maybe let's try jumping under. And even jumping under, you can see I try my best. I was like, maybe I can, but no, your cane just cannot reach it from underneath. You have to jump around this guy like I do here. And look, I'm not lying. This is all first attempt. You know what I mean? I tried saying, screw it, let me just run around him. Look at that. Look at how many times I fail. Like, come on. At this point, I'm like raging. I'm like, what the hell? And there, look, I didn't even hit the candle. I just hit him, and he hits me. And look at that. Oh, tumbling down like a bag of potatoes. And I was like, yeah, you know what? One more time for comedic effect. Why not? Because the first time wasn't pain enough. I finally do that. Look at that. We're gonna be here for a little while, just so you know. Like, I'm trying my best to keep this as concise as possible, but at the same time, like, I'm not trying to lie to you. Like, this is one of the hardest trophies in the game. So I'm finally looking back at that. I'm looking again, another guide for this specifically, and I'm just like, what in the hell am I supposed to do? I just don't get it, right? And I was like, I'm watching this guy flip and jump, and he's getting it first shot, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm doing exactly what he's doing. Nope. Nope. I wish I knew how to put in like those mean voices, because I so would put in that no one right there. Or maybe that, you know what I mean? That one, I love that one. That one's so funny. Especially this one guy on YouTube. I'm drawing a blank now, but he does a lot of absolute universe. If you're familiar with DC or comics at all, the new run of like the absolute universe, absolute Batman specifically. You look at some of the villains, you know what I mean? Especially like when they first dropped Absolute Joker, and he made a video of it. And he's, you know, with the Batman mask on, he's like, what is that? And he's like, fuck! And you just see the Joker's name. If you haven't seen Absolute Joker, you need to stop this video right now, and go see it. Like, go look at what Absolute Joker looks like, because it is nuts. Like, how is Batman supposed to take that on? You know what I mean? Like, Darkseid really has something against Batman. You know what I mean? Like, you just look at half his villains, they're nuts. Like, Absolute Calendar Man? What that's something straight out of a freaking Cthulhu-esque nightmare. I'm getting on a tangent here, but I will give him this. The only reason why I'm not rooting for Dr. Manhattan to just come out of nowhere and completely destroy the Absolute Universe, look up Absolute Selena Kyle. That's all I'm gonna say. Look her up. I don't know how I finally did it. I'm not gonna lie. If you were paying attention, please tell me how I did it, because I still to this day don't even know how I did that. But yeah, Catwoman is probably the baddest out of all of them. Not gonna lie. Poison Ivy's terrifying though. Or at least one of her goons are. Like, tell you, somebody over there is running on pure nightmare fuel. Hey, let's get back to these. There's the actual trophy bombing. You read it. You read it. That's for doing that mission without popping any alarms or defeating anybody. And here we go. We're going straight on to Swampy Secrets. This is for getting all the trophies in vaults in Vicious Voodoo. So that thing you see going on my back there, that golden ring, that's one of the lucky charms. You have to get like 2 of them to make it glowing. It just allows you to sorry for another head. I don't want to talk about that. Okay, let's just pretend like that didn't happen. Let's just say I got it there. First try, no problem. That's for just completing all the jobs here. Again, look, another unique type of boss fight. This is for defeating, boom, look at that. Defeating Miss Ruby. This was a really fun one. You have to have a good sense of rhythm. If you don't have a good sense of rhythm, heads up, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for you. What was this one? Discover the briefly defy... Oh, well, that cool gravity technique. I honestly don't think I use that one too much. That's the next one's going to be coming up. What the hell am I doing with this? Why did I put this clip in here? Anyway, let's go back to talking about Absolute Catwoman. I'm just playing. But, honestly, I can't stop thinking about the Absolute Universe. Like, I need to get my hands on those comics. But yeah, oh yeah, look at that, just a casual burial of a town in snow. You know, nothing too crazy. I don't know if he's necessarily evil or not. He's kind of reminding me of Mr. Freeze. Speaking of absolute Mr. Freeze, freaking terrifying, bro. Like, he's not even human. He's not even human. And see, this is for Super Koopa. Yes, for the gravity technique discovery. I don't think I really used this, honestly, much at all. The main powers I use for like the roll. Oh, here we go. We got another one. This is for completing all jobs and fire in the sky. The races with Murray are kind of difficult. Not gonna lie. You really need to take advantage of all the nitros and shortcuts around. Yeah, not shortcuts, but you know what I mean. This is for defeating Panicking. His was pretty cool. Again, each and every single one of these boss fights were all really unique. I really appreciated all this, all of these different. I wish games today were still like this. You know what I mean? Death Ray, Destruction, Foil, Clockworks Plan in the Cold Heart of Hate. Here you go. Enemy. This is for defeating Clockwork itself. This final mission, or episode, excuse me, is one straight.
It took some tricky
like,
maneuvering.
straight job. And you get to play as all three characters. Which is cool too. Oh, I didn't realize I got a twofer here as well. Oh no, he didn't, which was for stealing a kiss. This really popped way too early. So this cutscene here, sorry, spoiler alert. Sly Cooper just steals a kiss from Carmelita. That's all. It's at the end of that. Safecracker, open all the vaults and fire in the sky. You actually have to defeat Clockwork before you can unlock that one. So you have to beat the game in order to get the last vault. This was a pain in the bum. This is for completing a cunning disguise without using the barrel. And the only reason it was a pain in the bum was because of those freaking dart shooters. And they would be a problem again when I do the speed run for that one. The Nimble Solutions, this is for complete the fire down below without grabbing any hooks. There's a shortcut when like you face with that hook part to the upper left. What a pain. This is for destroying 7 glass panes in Back Alley Heist. That's what it was. This is during the second mission or episode, sorry. This one, Sleight of Hand, this one was fun. I did this with the mines. You have to defeat all the guards without being discovered in the start of Beyond Casino. That's what the mission was, excuse me. And here, this is what I was referencing earlier, to defeat 5 ghosts in a single attack. You can't use the mine like I tried using. You have to actually swipe them. Must have been the ghost. This is for defeating all voodoo guards in the Dread Swamp Path without being detected. Again, I just kind of watched their movements, use the mines. They're great. Through the fire and the... Don't ask me how I did that. Seriously, the rage I feel watching that battle. I hated that so much. Scene watching, this is for activating every single alarm in the unseen foe and learning all the flashlight cards. I'm sorry, I'm still like set in the mood. This one was a little bit of this one kind of pissed me off too because this is right at the beginning of the level. You know what I mean? Setting those 2 pink fireworks off. It's in the Duel by the Dragon. That's before you go up the first firework elevator thing. The session is over. This is for defeating all of the monks in, was it the Flaming Temple of Flame. It's so funny every time. A thief heeds no warning. Destroy 4 signs of the stealthy approach. That's like right at the beginning of the game. Here we go. We're getting some of these cleanups here. That's pretty much what we're doing. Knowing is half the battle. This is for learning the names of 10 enemies through the Panopticon. Really, this is something I could have done through the first playthrough, but I didn't really care for the Panopticon. I just really enjoyed kicking ass and taking names. Here we go. This is it. The Platinum coming right up. Thievius. This is for doing 10 of the speed runs. And then popping right alongside it is a Cooper's Pride, which is for unlocking the Platinum I love this game. If you haven't played this, go check it out. I just started Sly Cooper 2, and I'm already loving it. I'm not sure what next video is going to be, but I'll keep you all updated. Thank you all for watching. I hope to see you again in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Thank you, hunters and huntresses. That was another beautiful platinum we got.